Yesterday we were observing appearance day of Srivas Thakur, and towards the end I wanted to go through this topic for my own benefit, to receive the grace of Srivas Thakur about Shoka Shatana topic. You will find in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave commentary to Chaitanya Bhagavat. So here, in this topic in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he quoted those songs. There are 12 songs written by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He quoted them there. Means this is the actual explanation of this lila. So you know Bhaktivinoda Thakur is personal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I want to go through this topic again from beginning because it is very important. Pradosha Samaye Shriva Sangone Sangopane Gauramani Shri Hari Kirtane Nache Nanarange Utilo Mangaladvani. In the evening, Lord Gaurango danced in various fascinating ways within Srivas's enclosed courtyard. The auspicious vibration of Lord Hari's holy name filled the atmosphere. Mridanga Madala Baje Korotal Maje Maje Jayatur Prabhur Natana Dekhi Sakaler Hoilo Santapadur. Mridangas, other drums, karatalas, and occasional cries of Jai accompanied the kirtan. The miseries of everyone who saw the Lord's dancing were vanquished. Shoka Shatana means removal of lamentation. Akhanda premete matala tokhon sakala bhakatagon Apono pasori gora chande gheri nache gai anukhon. The devotees became intoxicated by the mood of uninterrupted ecstatic love. They forgot themselves as they continuously danced around Lord Gaurachandra. Emoto somoye deva bhyadi joge Srivasir antahpure Tonoi bijoge ari gon shoke prakasha uchai sware. At that time, the son of Srivas gave up his life within the house because of a disease inflicted upon him by providence. Deva means providence, means it is meant that according to our activities, we will get results by providence, like fate. All the household ladies loudly expressed their grief. Shok means grief or lamentation. Krondon utile hobe rasa bhanga, bakati binoda dore, Srivas amani bujilo karon, poshilo apono ghore. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur feared that if the crying became too loud, the Lord's ecstatic dancing would be disturbed. Realizing the situation, Srivas quickly went inside his house. Probeshya antahpure narigone shanta kore, Srivas amiya upodeshe, shuno pagolinigon shok koro akaron, kiba dukho thake Krishna veshe. After entering the house, Srivas solaced the ladies with his nectarian instructions. Listen, you foolish ladies, you are uselessly lamenting. How can distress remain in the presence of ecstatic love for Krishna? cannot. If one is in relationship with Krishna, loving relationship, and is in his service, then I heard from Gurudev, there is no distress possible. Impossible, because he's beyond this material dream. He's living in reality and fully blissful. There is no death, no birth, no disease, no old age, nothing. And that form of Krishna is very beautiful. And your own form is also very beautiful. And all associates of Krishna's forms are all very beautiful. We cannot imagine how beautiful. It is not like these material forms. So when we become averse to Krishna and we misidentify with material energy, then distress comes. But when we are in connection with Krishna, there can be no distress. So Srivas is Narad Goswami. He is established in that. Krishna nitya suto jar, shok kobu nahi tar, anitya asokti sarvanash. Asyacho e sangsare Krishna bhojivaro tare, nitya tate koroho bilas. One who has accepted Krishna as his eternal son never laments. Temporary attachment is the cause of one's ruination. You have come to this material world to worship Krishna, so remain joyful on the spiritual platform. Our Gurudev told that if we don't want to accept Krishna as our son, then we will get non-eternal son. And grief will be inevitable, or husband, or friend, or like this. If we don't accept Krishna, then we have to accept this non-eternal. So then we become attached. He is mine, and I have certain desires related to him. So this is then when the time changes everything, then we our desires are not fulfilled, then we lament. E dehe jabat sthiti koro Krishna chandre roti, Krishna jano dhon jon pran. E deho anuga joto bhai bandhu poti suto, onityo sambandha boliman. As long as you remain in this body, become attached to Krishna and accept Krishna as your wealth, companion, and very life. You should understand that the bodily relationships with your brothers, friends, husbands, and children are all temporary in this relation. They are all jivas, but when I think I am this body, and I think he is his body, then that non-eternal relation like a brother or son comes. But on transcendental platform, I am Jiva, he is Jiva. And both are related to Krishna. So eternal relationship is also there. But this brother, husband, these things are related to body. So in that sense, they are all temporary. So when we are in this world, we have to, by the help of realized souls, we have to realize our relation with Krishna and with all jivas in relation to him, and become attached to that reality. Keba kar potisuto, onityo sambandha krito, chahile rakite nare tare, karma vipaka phole, suta hoye bose kole, karma koye ar raite nare. Who is anyone's husband or son this I just now remember. Who is anyone's husband? No jiva is a husband of another jiva. That is impossible. Only when we are conditioned by this body, then it seems like that. But in reality, no one is no one's husband or son. That Atma was existing before already, before becoming my son. That was existing. That person was existing before. So these are simply temporary relationships. Even if a person wants to keep such a relationship forever, he cannot do so. Chahile rakite nare tare. Even if you want, you cannot keep. Because nature is like that. Krishna says in Gita, what is eternal is eternal. What is temporary is temporary. You cannot change. Different natures. So, even if you want to keep, as a result of one's karma, means activities, a person becomes a son and sits on someone else's lap. But when the results of his karma become exhausted, he cannot remain there. This is Narad Goswami. Narad is Srivas. He told to King Uttanpat, who was lamenting, my son went to forest, he died, I'm so cruel, I could not give him any affection, that is why he left. He was lamenting, loudly crying. Then Narad told, no, he's all right, your son, I know. You don't worry about this. And another thing is, he's in forest, there are many ferocious animals, but he's protected by Supreme Lord. But even if he would stay in your lap, you cannot protect him from the results of his karma, even if he's in your lap. So I know he's all right there in the forest. So also we find in Govardhan, Hiranya and Govardhan, one is father, one is uncle of Raghunath Das Goswami. So his father told to his wife told, you tie him up, he's all the time running away, you tie him up. Then father told, what I can do? No father can change the karma of his son. It is impossible. Because already this jiva was before existing and he did so many things. So now coming by his prarabdha karma in this life, already so many things they are fixed. So how father can change this? By mere rope, not possible. Ite sukho dukho mani, ado goti lobe prani, Krishna pada hoite pore dure. Shok sambarya eve, namanande majo sobe, bakate vinot bancha pure. Living entities who find happiness and distress in these relationships, both are there. You cannot have only one. Both are there, all the time changing. Like Angira Rishi told to Chitraketu Maharaj, yes, you will get son, but this son will give you happiness and distress also. You cannot change this. So those who in these relationships become degraded and fall far away from the lotus feet of Krishna. When we are averse to Krishna, then we are immersed in this temporary relationships and experiencing happiness and distress, both. Therefore, control your lamentation and merge yourself in the ecstasy of chanting Krishna's names. Then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's desires will be fulfilled. Dhon, Jon, Deho, Geho, Krishna Samarpan. Koriacho, Shuddha Chitte Koroho Smaran. Remember with a purified heart that you have surrendered your wealth, companions, body and house to Krishna. তবে কেন মামা সুতা বলি কর দুঃখ, কৃষ্ণ নিল নিজ জন তাহে তার সুখ. Why is here in Bangla it is তবে কেন, why then do you lament, crying out, oh my son, mama suta. Here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is putting in brackets, mama suta, my son, crying out, oh my son. Krishna has taken his dear one for his own pleasure. No one is ours. No one belongs to us. All jivas, they are coming from Krishna. He is their owner. He is their master. He is their enjoyer. So no one is actually mine. In reality, we may think, yes, I got this son, he's my son. And I gave him birth, I can kill him also because he is mine. That is illusion. So Krishna, they all belong to Krishna. There he is their jivas. Krishna has love for all jivas. So Krishna took his own person away from this place according to his desire. For his, because he is the only enjoyer of everyone. So they all belong to him. Krishna can do with them as he likes, because they are his. So Krishna is giving the fruits of actions. Krishna made us exist. And it is by the will of Krishna that we have relative independence to decide what we want to do. That is Krishna's wish. And also, according to our activities, we'll get result that Krishna is giving. So it is his all arrangement. So he took him by his own desire. Krishna ইচ্ছা মতে সব ঘাতাই ঘটনা তাহে সুখ দুঃখ জ্ঞান avidya kalpana. Everything happens according to the will of Krishna. Means he's giving the fruits of actions. Without his sanction, nothing can happen. And it is by Krishna's will that we exist, and he is giving us power to do actions. If he does not give, no one can do anything. That is why lion in the forest could not eat Dhruva, because Krishna was controlling him. Krishna did not allow that lion to eat him. Without Krishna's sanction, no one can do anything. And without Krishna's giving, no one can get any fruit of action. To derive one's happiness and distress from these temporary incidents is a product of ignorance. Ignorance means he is mine, he is for me. I have so many desires in relation to him. So that is in ignorance. And that is why we have to then suffer. যাহা ইচ্ছা করে কৃষ্ণ তাই জানো ভালো, ত্যাজিয়া আপন ইচ্ছা গুচ্ছা ও জঞ্জাল. You should accept that Krishna's will is beneficial. Give up your selfish desires and be freed from contamination. Krishna is all good, you will find in Shastra. He is Mangalam Vishnu, Mangalam Madhusudanam. He is all good. He is making arrangement for the eternal benefit of all. He is giving treatment to all jivas so that they may gradually understand about service of Krishna. Krishna gave us free will. You can enjoy this Maya if you want. If you don't want to serve me, he gave, and Krishna gave that treatment by which we can realize that this was not good. And how we will come out, Krishna is also making arrangement. So Krishna is giving the fruits and everything. In ultimate that background, it is for our benefit. We may not understand because we are in illusion and we are having some selfish desires. That is why we think, no, this is not correct, this is not correct, that is not, but it is not like that. We here, Srivas Thakur is saying, you should give up your selfish desire and you be free from contamination, and you should accept what is Krishna's will. We have to submit to Krishna's will. Then only we can be peaceful and happy, and anyway it will happen by Krishna's will. No matter how much we may try to strain ourselves or collect so much power or whatever we want to do, it will go by Krishna's desire. We cannot change that. Therefore, we cannot force Krishna to change. We cannot change. It is going by Krishna's desire. According to that action, Krishna is giving beneficial fruit to everyone for his benefit. So, for learning. So, those who are submitted to the will of Krishna, and that is best for all. It is best for me and best for all, because Krishna is all good. So I have to learn to submit to Krishna's will, then I can be peaceful. Because if I oppose Krishna's will, anyway it will not happen according to my desire, and always I will have to suffer because of that. I'm opposing something which is beneficial for all, due to ignorance and selfish desire. But that is contamination, it is janjal. Another meaning of janjal you will find in another song. Janjal, in general Bengali, janjal means rubbish, that where you throw like dustbin or that thing, rubbish, janjal. So here, contamination. So we, jivas, when we are averse to Krishna, being conditioned by Maya, that is impure state. Impure. We have to purify ourselves from that contamination by learning submission to Krishna, who is all good. We will get benefit not by fulfillment of selfish desires. We will not be happy. We can be really happy only by serving Krishna, not by selfish desires, whether they are fulfilled or unfulfilled. Dei Krishna, nei Krishna, pale Krishna sobe, rakhe Krishna, mare Krishna, icha kore jabe. Krishna gives, Krishna takes, because they are his. And Krishna maintains everyone. Ultimately, Krishna is the maintainer. This is one practice of Sharanagati, one limb of Sharanagati. Krishna is owner of everything. He's giving power to do any action and he's giving result. So who is actual maintainer? He may give through some instruments, but actually he's giver. He's maintainer of everyone. He gives, he takes. Gurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj, no, Bangshi Das Babaji Maharaj, some thieves, they stole the pots for his deity worship and articles and those things. So some thief stole. Then Babaji Maharaj was laughing. Then they asked Babaji Maharaj, some thief stole, is very bad. Then he was smiling. He said, one thief gives and another thief takes, means same thief, Krishna, he gives, and same Krishna he takes. He maintains everyone, and Krishna protects, Krishna kills. Both he's doing. Even you cannot die without Krishna's will. It is impossible. He has to sanction that. Whenever he desires. কৃষ্ণ ইচ্ছা বিপরীত যে করে বাসনা তার ইচ্ছা নাহি বলে সে পাই যাতনা. This point I had in mind. The desires of one who opposes the will of Krishna will never be fulfilled. It is impossible. His supreme will. It will go by his will. So why, if such a person achieves only misery? If we want to oppose Krishna's will, only we are harming ourselves. And we can never change that will of Krishna. And his will is beneficial. Tejiyo sakal shok shuno Krishna naam parama ananda pave purna hobe kam. Give up all lamentation and hear the holy name of Krishna. By doing so, you will feel ecstasy and your desires will be fulfilled. That is the only way how we can get fulfillment. Bhakati Vinod Mage Srivas Charane Atmanivedan Shakti Jivone Morone. This is the point here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur begs at the feet of Srivas for the strength to fully surrender to the Lord in life and in death. Jivone morone. We can get this Sharanagati manifested in us by the grace of one who is fully surrendered. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying for this. Atmanivedan Shakti. You please bestow me this strength for offering myself fully to Krishna in life and death. That is the only beneficial thing for us. Sabu meli balak bhago vichari, chora bhi moho shok chita bikari. All of you please consider the good fortune of this child and then give up your illusion and lamentation which overwhelms one's heart. Chouda Bhuvana Poti Nanda Kumar, Sachinandan Bhelo Nadia Avatar, the son of Nanda, who is the Lord of the 14 worlds, has now appeared in Nadia as the son of Sachi. Sohi Gokula Chand Angone Mor, Nachai Bhakata Soho Ananda Vibhor. That same moon-like personality of Gokul is now absorbed in ecstatic dancing along with his devotees in my courtyard. Shunoto nam gwan balok mor choralo deho hori priti vibhor. This child of mine left his body while listening to the chanting of the holy names and while absorbed in love for Lord Hori. Hori priti vibhor. Oichan bhago jabo bhai hamara. Tobohu ho bhava sagar para. If I can become fortunate like him, I will be able to cross this material ocean. Tuhu sob bichari ehi vichar. Tuhu sobu bichari ehi vichara. Kahe karo bishok chita bikara. You should all appreciate his good fortune. Why should you trouble your hearts with lamentation? Stir nahi haubi jodi upodeshe, Vanchito haubi rase abasheshe. If you are not pacified by my instructions, then you will ultimately be deprived of the chance to relish the mellows of Krishna consciousness. Poshibu ham suro totini mahe, bakati binot pramat deketahe. If this happens, I will drown myself in the Ganges. Srivas Thakur told. The prospect of this frightens Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is frightened if Srivas will enter into Ganga. If they will not stop crying, then he will go to Ganga. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is feeling fear. Srivas Bachon Shravan Koriya Sadri Poti Bratagon Shok Pori Hori Mrito Shishuraki Hori Rase Dilomon. After hearing the words of Srivas, the chaste ladies gave up their lamentation because of the dead child and fixed their minds upon the nectar of chanting Lord Hari's holy names. Srivas tokhon anande matiya angane ailo punah. Nache gora sone sakala pasuri gai nanda suto gun. Srivas then returned to the courtyard filled with ecstasy. He forgot everything as he danced with Gaurango and sang the glories of Nanda's son, means Krishna. Chari Dandaratre Marilo Kumar Angane Kehona Jane. Shri Nam Mangale Tritiya Prahar Rajani Otito Gane. Although Sriva's son died early in the night, no one in the courtyard knew of this. They passed almost the entire night chanting the most auspicious holy names of the Lord. Kirtan Bhongile Kohe Gaura Hori. Aji Keno Paiduk. Buji ei grihe kichu amangal. Ghatia Horilo Suk. As the Kirtan came to an end, Gaura Hari asked, "Why am I feeling unhappy today? I think that some misfortune has occurred in this house, taking away my happiness." Tobe Bhakta Jon Nibedan Kore Srivas Shishur Kotha. Shuni Gora Rai Bole Hai Hai Morome Painu Bieta. The devotees then related to the Lord the news of Srivas' son. On hearing about the boy's death, Lord Gaurango exclaimed, "Alas, this pains my heart. Kenona kohile amare tokhon bipodo sambat sobe. Bhakati binot bhakata batsal snehete mojilo tobe." Why didn't any of you inform me of this calamity when it happened? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that the Lord then became filled with affection for his devotees. Prabhur Bachana Tokon Shunya Srivas Lotaya Bhumi Bole Shunonat Tabarasa Bhanga Sohitena Pari Ami. After hearing the Lord's words, Srivas fell to the ground and humbly replied, "O Lord, I could not tolerate seeing your ecstasy disturbed." Mahaprabhu was pained why no one told me. Then Srivas said, "Because I did not want to disturb your ecstasy of serving Krishna." Ekoti tonoi mori ache nath, tahe mor kibaduk, jodi sop more, tomare heria, tobu to paibo suk. O Lord, only one of my sons died. Why should I be distressed? Even if they all were to die, I would be happy just by seeing your face. তাবা নৃত্য ভাঙ্গা হইলে আমার মরণ হইত হরি তাই কু সাম্বাত না দিল তোমারে বিপদ আশঙ্কা করে If your dancing was disturbed, I would have died. To prevent this disturbance, I did not give you the bad news. This was more distressful to him if he would have to disturb Mahaprabhu than his son dying. Ebe agya deho mrito sutoloye satkar koruna sobe etek shunya gora dijamoni. Kandite lagilo tobe. O Lord, now order us so that we can perform the child's last rites. Upon hearing this, Gaurango, the crushed jewel of the Brahmanas, began to cry. Kemone e sobe charia jaibo, poran bikol hoy. Sekota shunya bhakati binot monete pailo bhoy. The Lord said, how will I give up everyone and live? Means when he will take sannyas. They are such devotees. Like Srivas, he is only thinking about my satisfaction, not anything else. Fully dedicated. How I can give up such devotees? How will I give up everyone and live taking sannyas? If I do, my life will be ruined. On hearing these words, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur became frightened because Mahaprabhu will take sannyas. They don't like to see Mahaprabhu taking sannyas. Those who are Navadip Basis, like Brajavasis, they don't like Krishna giving up Vrindavan. Although Krishna, as he wanted to give, to kill all the demons, give political support and everything, it is good for the public, but Brajavasis, they don't like. Like Navadip Basis, although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas for the sake of public welfare, to preach, to rescue, but Navadip Basis, they don't like. They feel separation from Mahaprabhu. Gora Chander Agya Peye Griha Basigon Mrita Sute Anganete Ane Toto Kon. Having received Gora Chandra's order, the family members brought the dead child into the courtyard. Koli Mala Hari Gora Jigyase Tokon Srivase Charya Shishu Jao Ki Karon. Gaurango, who destroys the contamination of Kali Yuga, then asked the child, O child, why are you leaving Srivas? By the will of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that Jiva, Atma, came again to the body. Like by the grace of Narad, that son of Chitraketu also Atma came again, reappeared. They can do, Supreme Lord can do, and pure devotees, they can do this. So Mahaprabhu asked, oh child, why are you leaving Srivas? Because Krishna can do everything. It is his will. To give us teaching, Mahaprabhu made this lila. Mrito Shishu Mukhe Jeev Kore Nivedon, Lok Shikha Lagi Prabhu Tava Acharan. The spirit soul then spoke through the mouth of the dead child. O Lord, your activities are meant to instruct everyone. Tumi to Parama Tattva, Ananta Advay, Parashakti Tomar Abhinna Tattva Hoy. You are the unlimited supreme absolute truth. The spiritual potency is not different from you. Say Parashakti Trida Hoya Prakash, taba icha moto korai tomar bilas. That spiritual potency manifests in three varieties and assists in your pastimes according to your will. Chit Chakti Swarupe Nityalila Prakashya. Tomar Ananda Den Hladini Hoya. Your spiritual potency manifests your eternal pastimes, and in the form of Hladini, she gives you happiness. That is Radharani. Jiva Shakti Hoya Taba Chit Kiron Choye. Tatashta Swabhave Jiv Gone Prakataye. The spiritual potency in the form of Jiva Shakti manifests the marginally situated living entities who are like spiritual sparks. Tatashta Shakti, internal, marginal and external. So this is also Krishna Shakti. Jivas, all Krishna says in Gita, they are my Prakriti, all Jivas. Maya Shakti hoya kore prapancha srijon, bahir mukho jive tahe koroi bandhan. The spiritual potency in the form of Maya Shakti creates the material world and thus binds the materialistic living entities, those bahir mukha jive, those jivas who are averse to Krishna. Maya catches them. It is due to their relative misuse of their relative independence, not forcefully. When we become averse to Krishna, then she catches and binds us. Bhakati Vinod bole aparad phole bahirmukha hoye achi prapancha kobole. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, as a result of my offenses, means I turned away from Krishna. I have rejected the service of the Lord and have fallen into the clutches of materialistic life. Marginal potency means in between. They can see both worlds, spiritual world and material. It is like sitting at the table, one side you have rice, another side chapati. You are in between, you can choose which one. If you choose chapati, means you gave up rice. In that sense, giving up rice, taking chapati. Like that, Jiva, those Jivas who wanted to enjoy this Maya, they gave up the service of Krishna, not accepting the service of Krishna or rejecting the service of Krishna. Purna chit ananda tumi, tomar chit kon ami, svabhavatah ami tuva das. Paramasvatantra tumi, tuva paratantra ami, tuva padachari sarvanash. Jiva is telling. You are the form of complete spiritual ecstasy, whereas I am a mere spiritual spark. Therefore, I am by nature your servant. You are supremely independent, whereas I am fully dependent upon you. I have become degraded due to giving up your lotus feet. In this sense, we wanted to enjoy Maya, means we gave up the service of Krishna. And we are his eternal servants. Like if I am employed in some company, but I don't come to work in that company, means it is offense. We are eternal servant of Krishna. So when we don't want to serve him, we want to enjoy, that is automatically offense. Swatantra hoye jokhon maya proti koinu mon, swaswabhav charilo amaye. Prapanche mayar bande, porinu karmer dhande, karma chakre amare phelai. When I independently desire to enjoy Maya, I lost my constitutional nature. Lost means forgot. It is there, but it is covered. I am not aware that I am eternal servant of Krishna. That is luptoprai, like lost. but it is there, dormant. I was then bound by Maya, and this resulted in my becoming entangled in the network of karma. Yes. Maya taba icha mote bande more e jogote, adrishta nirbanda louha kore, seito nirbanda more, ane Srivasero ghore, putro rupe malini jothore. According to your will, Maya has bound me with the iron chains of my destiny. But when we become averse to Krishna, then Krishna gives that result that Maya binds us. Our Gurudev told, even this sense enjoyment in this world you cannot get without Krishna sanctioning, without Krishna giving. It is impossible. As a result of that fate, I have taken birth from the womb of Malini as a son in the house of Srivas. Se nirbanda punarai more ebe loye jaye, ami to thakite nari ar. Taba icha suprabol, more icha sudurbol, ami jib okinchon char. Again, by that same fate, I am living. I cannot stay any longer. Your will is most powerful, while my will is most weak. I am a poor, insignificant living entity. So according to our activities, we will get birth in certain womb. And then when the results of that prarabdha, karma, will finish, then by the will of Krishna, he is giving that fruit. At exact time, we have to give up that body. You will find in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad described in detail how Jiva gives up a body, by how the functions of the body gradually they shut down and how it goes, and then those nadis in the heart goes, everything is in detail. It is a science. It is by Krishna. So I cannot do it. It is your will. Your will is strong. My will is weak. I cannot do anything independent of your. What result is there, I have to get. Jataya pathao tumi abashya jaibo ami. Kar keva putra poti pita. Jorer sambandha soptaha nahi satya lob. Tumi jiber nitya paloita. I must go wherever you send me. Who is anyone's son, husband, or father? These are all material relationships with no tinge of eternal truth to them. You are the eternal maintainer of the living entities. Because that is bodily, not jiva to jiva, but bodily. Then these things come, husband, son. Otherwise, the relationship is different. On the transcendental platform, I am of Krishna, he is of Krishna. I belong to Krishna, Krishna is my owner, he is also owned by Krishna. Samyoge biyoge jini, sukho dukho mone gani, taba pade chare no ashroye. Mayar gardaba hoye, majen sangsara loye, bakati vinoder sei bhoye. One who gives up the shelter of your lotus feet and considers meeting and separation to be the causes of happiness and distress becomes an ass in the hands of Maya. Gardaba, that donkey, in the hands of Maya. Indeed, such a person merges in the ocean of material existence, all this frightens Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Means if we are not accepting the shelter of Krishna, then Maya catches us and we are experiencing these things. So time is over. I read 8 songs. There are 12 songs, but it is a very important topic. So tomorrow I will go through these remaining songs, how the child further gives knowledge of the absolute truth, and how at the end what is happening, and they all give up lamentation and they attain transcendental ecstasy by the grace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because these 12 songs are Shoka Shatana, a removal of lamentation by the grace of Srivas Thakur and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So tomorrow from song 9 we'll hear.